Hello everyone, welcome to my Brawler showcase, because I can't do art, but I can program. So I wanted to create my own Brawler concept, and I figured why not go ahead and try and build like some replica of Brawl Stars. So here goes. Go fancy graph of my Brawler Marlo. Obviously everything here is gonna be crude, just like a prototype. I've also thrown in at least a dozen or so sounds so that there's a bit more clarity, and at least a few visual effects also for clarity. So in typical Brawl Stars fashion, you can move about. Can't phase through walls, of course. But yeah, you can move with the left blue stick. Marlo's main attack, which I haven't named anything, so I just refer to it as main attack, is a single straight projectile, like most marksmen. And the original idea I had for this brawler was inspired by a gun from Enter the Gungeon called the Hyperlight Blaster, where every time you shot it and you missed, you wouldn't get ammo, and if you landed your shot, you would get the entire ammo back. And I tried that at first and quickly realized that there's no good way to balance this, because anyone who gets close, you just have infinite ammo. So I cut that in half. So now when you land a shot, if you land it, you can see I'm gonna blow all my ammo. You see Marlo has 6 ammo. Now if I land it, if you pay close attention, if it lands, you get half an ammo back. So basically Piper's star power, but a little better. And then there, that was the sound of the super being ready to go. So Marlo's super is like a very short range throwable with a large radius. It takes 4 hits to charge, and no point in using it until I use some more ammo, because this super makes it so that all friendlies, including Marlo, that are inside the radius refill all their ammo. So I'm going to blow my ammo, deploy the super, boom, gave me all my ammo back. I've been thinking a lot about support brawlers in Brawl Stars recently, because we have a lot of options now for healing and for speed boosts, but there's a lot of other mechanics in Brawl Stars that haven't really been explored as like a support mechanic. So for Marlo, his method of support is by giving ammo. As for the Hypercharge, if I go ahead and get in 20 hits, there we go, and super. Now with the Hypercharge, when you activate this, you get the typical stat bonuses. So let me come over here, take some damage. Take 500 damage. If I activate it, taking less damage. I'm also deal more damage, so 1125 when the Hypercharge ends, only 900. There we go. I also have some natural health regeneration in place. Go ahead and get my Hypercharge again. There we go. If you notice the size of this ring, just the plain super, and then you can, of course, drag these back to not fire. There's also the auto-aim. You can auto-aim the super as well, but I'm going to use the Hypercharge. And notice that the ring is way larger. And if you throw it, now this ring now refills your ammo and stays on the ground for 6 seconds. So every second, as long as you're standing in that radius, then you'll get all your ammo back. And just to demonstrate it, I'll auto-aim the super. Instead of trying to target a teammate or an enemy or whatever, it just targets themselves and throws it right where he's standing. Now I'll show off the gadget and star power. So Marlo's first gadget is, for the next 6 seconds, any attack projectiles that hit an enemy will heal them, will heal Marlo and all teammates within 3 tiles 10% of Marlo's max health. I think I've taken enough damage. Make sure that I don't naturally heal by shooting a couple times. And then I'm going to pop the gadget. I'm going to shoot. Just like that. And now the gadget, for the 6 seconds, I was shooting and getting the healing when I landed the shots. And now the gadget goes on cooldown. So that green ring, anyone who is inside that ring as a friendly will get that healing. I'll go ahead and pop it again and miss shots to show that you in fact do not heal from missing shots. So this gadget is most comparable to one of Colette's gadgets that lets her heal herself by landing her main attack shots. Only in this case, it's used more as a support mechanic because it's more like Buster's gadget that lets you heal nearby friendlies. Then for Marlo's first star power, as long as you have 5 or more ammo, you will move 15% faster. Fire twice, you'll lose the 15% speed boost. And the second you have at least 5 ammo, you hear the sound and you see the yellow particles, and you know that the 15% speed boost is active. Very similar to like BB's star power, but you don't have to wait for her home run bat, that one little bar. Very good if you play like really aggressive and you're able to constantly keep supers with Marlo. That way you can constantly stay at max ammo, keep the speed boost. Now for Marlo's second gadget, this one is essentially an upgrade to Spike's gadget, the thorn pin cushion, whatever it's called. So it consumes all of Marlo's ammo, and for each ammo consumed, it spawns a wave of 12 projectiles that do 200 damage. So if you are right inside someone, like, or maybe a high safe, for instance, and you use that at full ammo, it does a lot of damage. I calculated it once and it was a little over 12,000 damage. So that's quite a lot. Well, I'm not looking for things to be completely balanced here, but shoot some ammo, pop it now. See, because I only had 1 ammo to deplete, it only spawned 1 wave. Very good a gadget to pair with his super. Now for Marlo's second star power, this makes it so that he has a 25% damage reduction shield as long as he has 2 or less ammo. So it's a bit of an anti-synergy with his kit, both his main attack and his super, that gives the opportunity for a shield that blocks a lot of damage if you manage to keep your ammo that low. Especially useful if like an assassin or a tank is really close, and obviously you can't get all of your ammo back by repeatedly shooting them because you're only getting half an ammo back. But at least all the while they're damaging you, you're taking 25% less damage. And then after they run out of ammo, you could, for instance, deploy your super and then really lay into them. So there is still some strategy there. I believe that is everything to Marlo's kit. So thank you all for watching. Leave a comment down below what you think about this design and concept. Would it be a good brawler for Brawl Stars?